Good morning, everyone. And this is Mr. Ege. Now I'm going to continue with the clock project. And in the previous recordings, video recordings, you have seen how to create the front view, the front plate of the clock, and the axles, 6 axles on the back side of the clock. Now we're going to focus on how to generate arms. And let's start from the second arm. And for that purpose, I reached to Windows Virtual Desktop, and I'm creating a part drawing from scratch. Click on the part, and Inventor part started gradually, slowly. It's a very large program, and be patient. As soon as you see the project browser on the left side, okay, which means everything is going well properly. And you need to move your cursor as usual. Click on the origin and plus button right next to it. And I'm choosing the X5 plane as my front. Okay, when I click on it, it gets blue. That shows that it's current. And then in the middle of the screen, you will see an icon that says create a sketch. You did it quite a few times, so that's the procedure. When you click on the create sketch, okay, you see crosshairs intersecting each other at the point of 0, 0 and marked with the yellow dot. So this is the point where you start generating second arm. I designed it earlier on a piece of paper, what it's going to look like and how long it's going to be and what the width is going to be and so on. This is important for you to do it too as well. Anytime as an engineering designer, you start drawing things on the paper and sketches, freehand sketches. These are called thumbnail sketches. Engineers always find resources to draw and design and take notes, paper and pencil, and sometimes pen. A napkin maybe if the paper is not available. And that's very common in an engineering design, engineering world. So just remember, when you think of something, a good idea comes in your mind, just put it on paper, okay? All right, so, and how long is that clock face going to be? Clock second arm is going to be. From the center of the clock to the edge of the front plate, there will be about 6 inches because its entire diameter is 12 inches, half of which is 6. So I imagine the second arm is going to reach from the center to the edge. So it's going to be at least, we're talking about at least 6 inches long arm. And it may exceed on the other side of the center. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select the line command. I'm going to click on the front end, 0, 0, and I'm going to approximately draw about, say, 6 inches long. So I'm going to just type 6, enter, okay? And that's only one side. I'm lining my line, and hit enter key. That ends my line command. Okay, so that is the one length of the, and on the opposite end, there is going to be some extension I want to show up in the design. So I'm going to locate the center of the, at least center of the ring that I'm going to put. Again, I'm going to select the 0, 0. And because you did not see the design I have in front of me right now in pencil, I'm going to select the 1 inch, okay, center of the ring. So I'm typing 1 and enter, okay. So a few things to pay attention. How do you want this design should show up? Perhaps there should be a star at the end. And these are the times that actually you're aiming to stars to reach. And I really love the topic of stars. And I'm going to put a star at the end of the second arm. and complete the lines and make sure that you meet the ends of the lines, all right? And perhaps now we need to have the body of the second arm. The body of the second arm might as well be an arc, perhaps because in the universe there is no such thing as a straight line anymore. Everything is curved, so it's a curvilinear trajectory. So I'm just aiming to 3-point arc and start from perhaps from the star all the way to okay. Now, if something happens that you don't like, Control Z, it takes you back, one step back. And this particular arc command requires the 3 points, okay, start point, end point, and midpoint. So we have to follow that start point, midpoint, and end point format, okay? And another thing also is probably we should use offset command here. And we want this offset to be perhaps 3/16 of an inch, 3/16. And I'm literally typing 3/16. Computer does the math for me. And however, it turned out to be a little bit more than I expected. I'm going to reduce it to 1/8 of an inch now. So 1/8 is perhaps even better. Okay, far better. Okay. And I'm going to draw a circle because you need an axle. Okay. An axle has to be located against the circle. And then we need another circle, perhaps like that. An offset command would have helped here. So I'm going to try offset of 1/8 of an inch, so that's 0.125. All right, so now time comes to erase unnecessary lines or trim them off, okay? And this particular initial line that I just created, 6-inch long line, is going to be traced off. So I'm hitting escape key to get out of the line command. I'm selecting and then I'm using the offset command, trim command to erase the additional parts. Okay, that's not supposed to be there. You know, I'm going to probably already understood that I'm going to extrude everything at the end. Okay. There are two extrusions. There will be two extrusions. Okay, one for the axle and one for the arm, second arm. So the axle, I decided to have the axle to be 1/8 of an inch, the OD, or outside diameter. So I'm going to draw that about 1/8 of an inch, or 0.125. So 1/8, enter. Okay. All right. So this is the second arm, and it's going to keep rotating. Okay. And I'm going to just simply finish the sketch. Okay, go to extrude command and bend the design so that I can see what I'm doing, or whether it's good or not. Okay. And the thickness is very important too. So let's have the thickness of 1/8 of an inch. and I'm going to change the extrusion to 1/8 of an inch or 0.125. Okay, and I'm going to select. Okay. I'm going to select inside and look at the design. Design looks very good. Okay, but the axle does not show yet. So to add the axle, I'm going to select the plus button at the end of the extrusion dialog box and click on it. Okay, and this time I'm going to change the extrusion height. Okay, to what, 4 inches. Number 4, and then zoom in. Inside the inside the square circle, and this is 4 inches extrusion, and it's good enough for me for the rotation of the axle, which is directly connected to the second arm. I think we are all good, so I'm going to OK everything, and I'm going to save it as a part drawing, second arm part drawing. Okay, so now that this is done, I'm going to go to File command and Save As. Okay. In your case, please go to your private personal account, okay, named after your student ID number, or if it is not available, then you can definitely go to the OneDrive. And in my case, it's a little different. I have a private account and OneDrive, and I'm going to go to STEM design. I'm going to find out. STEM engineering, I'm sorry, STEM engineering, and I'm going to find out. Mechanical clock. And inside the mechanical clock, it's very important that you name the drawing properly, and this is second arm. Okay. And it's an AutoCAD Inventor part, and save. Okay. It's customary to choose your material. Okay, so if you want to go to materials and appearance of the materials, at least, you could choose perhaps glossy gold material, and then save it again. Make sure that it shows up on the screen. Okay, so this is the second arm definition, and thank you for watching. Now I'm going to focus on, and I suggest you do the same too, minute arm, and then we're going to continue from there. Okay, thank you.